Okay, welcome back guys to my channel. This is Launa Kavenamoto, and I'm a Namibian YouTuber, so welcome to my channel guys. Thank you for watching. For the new subscribers, please don't forget to press that red button. I think it's going to be this side of the screen. Don't forget to press the button please. And for my previous or my old subscribers, I really am glad, I'm happy guys. We are hitting at 140 something the last time I've checked. Please let's make this possible. You know, at least by December we must reach 1k guys. We must reach 1k. Let's grow these guys. And if you share and you mobilize your friends to subscribe guys, we are going to give a giveaway by December. We are going to give a giveaway by December. You know, when we reach 400 we are going to give a giveaway. When we reach 5 we are going to give a giveaway. When we reach 6, you know guys, if we make this possible by December, you never know, you might receive your Christmas gift. We are going to have the first place, third and fourth place. You know, just tell your people to write down under the comment below who referred them to this channel, and then to those people who did the most referrals. So we are going to draw, and together with my family, and we are going to give you a Christmas gift. So please make sure that you subscribe, you share, you encourage people to subscribe, to share, like, and leave comments below. Otherwise, for those who are leaving comments below already guys, I appreciate you, and I'm just glad to be, you know, to always coming in your sitting rooms, maybe in your bedroom, in your office, wherever you're watching me from. And I'm also glad to have you guys. We are continuing, and I believe not to be long, we are continuing about how my friend arranged my marriage. So guys, as I said previously, we got married and we eventually left for Katima, in the way I was maltreated by my in-laws. And you could really see straight from my mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, she just did not like me. The girl did not just like me, but I love her so much. Up to now, I just love her. And guys, so actually yeah, so they asked him to bring me back. So 96 we went, 95 got married, 94, 96 I think around maybe November, or I don't know, that's how we went to Katima. His security job actually ended, and we did not have money for rent, and his uncle, the owner of the house we used to live, sucked us out, and the only place to go was to go to Katima. So that's how we ended up in Katima, and how they were dragging me to go to witch doctors, apparently due to my infertility issues. And I don't know now where I got my infertility issues, because I have my child, only him. At 27 he did not yet have a child. So, and his other siblings have got children, and him and the older sister did not have children. So, and there were some rumors that there were a lot of sacrificing going on, and I think they were kind of in denial, he himself, or probably it was just meant to be like that. So he was asked to bring me back. That's how we 96 we came to Arandes. The only option was to come to my mom's place, but on our journey from that place from Katima to come here, I didn't want to mention it, but I just mentioned it here. So from Katima to here, the journey was very long, but one could see that there was some spiritual attack on the journey. Strange things were just happening. There was some storms on the road. The car would just want to roll, you know, to like get off the road. There was a lot of strange things going on. But let me go back a little bit back to when we went to the witch doctor. So I was told that if they wash me with the blood of the puppy, I'll be able to conceive, guys. It did not happen. So then we were told to ask apparently to go for follow-up. When we went to on our way to follow up that day, I said, God, I'm tired to go to this witch doctors. I'm just tired. Can you just do something? So on our way, he was cycling on the bicycle himself, because you must understand, not in all all, but there's a certain clans that don't value women. Women are just there to give birth. They are just there to go and work in the field. They are just there, and men, women are seen as a different something. Is not the whole culture, but in particular the family I was married to. So guys, that is how I got entangled with this whole situation. On our way to the witch doctor, I was praying and I was saying, God, please, I'm just tired with this being tattooed and washed with puppy blood, being told don't look back because the ghost will come for you, seeing strange stuff. Lord, this is not the life I've known when I gave my life to you. God, and I was just talking to God on our way. My goodness, that guy started getting furious. A spirit came upon him. But glory be to God, his nature, he's a gentle soul. He will not fight you or something like that. But he was just acting very strange. And dear subscribers, so something just came upon the bicycle. I don't know, the bicycle just started the tires started bursting. And I was like, yes, because I was just like, something must just distract us on the way, and that is how we will turn and not going there. Because imagine I'm among strange people. I am young. I am a female for that matter. So even if I say I don't want to go, they will be like, yeah, so which means you know how to give birth, but you just don't want. Because I don't know what was so important in them of giving birth. And it was at the cost of sacrificing my faith and going to witch doctors. So guys, long story short, we not reached there. A certain storm came. There was a storm, guys, a storm. And I could see that storm was coming for me. A rainstorm, guys. Then I was just praying. So on our return, that was happening when we were coming back. So when we reached the village, guys, just the moment I put my feet in the village, it is as if somebody pulled my intestine, and I just went like, oh my God, Jesus. So I started feeling sick, guys, having stomach cramps, going to the doctor. They admitted me, and they admitted me in the place, where you wake up, another person is dead. And those days, guys, in that hospitals, people would just be going through certain situations. I remember there was a time where my bed was also surrounded by millipedes. Guys, a lot of strange things were just, even as I'm talking now, it's like, God. Yeah, so that is how the Lord have saved me and taken me through a lot of stuff. So, yeah, so coming back to Aranda, so we came to Arandas, and guys, we were so poor that none of his, not none, no, let me no, we were so poor that most of our friends, or most of his friends, did not really want to be associated with him because he was poor. You understand? So the only person probably who was ready to associate with him was his family, who also were like rejecting him, and he was just on the side of a different type of a person. Yeah. Okay, so then basically so we came and stayed to my mom's place. Mom also got a little bit irritated by our life. There was nothing going out and whatsoever. There was no work, no whatever. So later on, like, we kept praying, and we came back to the church people kept praying. There were those that were praying for us, sometimes putting foods together, giving us, and things like that. So thank God for the late elder John Nangolo, and it was really and yeah, it was beautiful, and the other leaders. So and the Oderling Blow, and so on, and the other mothers. So guys, then we did what? So we later on, I suggested we go to the town council. Those days houses were a little bit far on the cheaper side. Went there by faith, guys. I just by faith. Are you working? No, I'm doing. And I started also sewing some beddings and so on. This is how we were getting some stuff some money to be able to pay just the rent of the town council, which was 800. We moved to our house. We were sleeping on boxes, guys. We were just depending on, there were times we were also going to eat in dustbins, going to the dumping place to look for food, not like the ones that were thrown away, but because, you know, along the dumping side, there's greens that grow there, the pumpkin leaves and cabbages and things like that. I remember going to the dumping place, get the old used fridges, come and DIY them into probably a table or a cupboard. I remember going to the shops looking for boxes so that you can thicken it for me and the children to sleep on. Yeah, and guys, it was really, the situation was really different. Yeah, so yeah, so 97, he got a job, and imagine before that I also got a job then. So he got a job, and things started going well. So his parents came, and when they came to say that we have to divorce. Okay, so guys, so 98, it was also the year I completed my diploma in theology in Bible school, Christian literature, leadership, and theology, and so on. So guys, that and we decided 97, after the parents have come and say they don't want me and so on, he begged them, please, I want a wife, maybe God will give her a child, please, 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 please. This girl stood by me. He was really crying. I'm sure he was genuine by then. So, but they said no. So anyway, they left, and I think when they left, and then there was some energy behind. So we moved to Swakop, we stayed there, I think, and life was just fine. This guy was just fine. He didn't drink, nor did he smoke, and he was just okay. So guys, so I think 2003, this guy, 2003, yeah, I think, I don't know, but I think maybe before that. But you must understand, he got involved into some deals. Of his nature is not that type of person who can get involved in such deals. He got involved in some deals, and that 93, I went to the north to go and contact a wedding of one of our church members. I was a branch pastor by then. So he went to, so when I came back, what happened when I came back, I found the children saying, no, daddy, uncle is not in the house, he's arrested. And I'm like, what happened? But you must understand, before that, the Lord has shown me a vision. And just when I came in the house, it was, I heard the voice vividly saying, he's involved, he's caught because of this. I was just saying, I told him. I was like, God. So here is the end of the story. So when he came out, so he already, his friend called people back home so they can just get some charms together to come give him, and so that, you know, yeah. So then they asked me, okay, since you are the wife, don't you, so his father came and some people came, don't you want to come and carry the bag of the charms? And I was like, no, there's no way I can carry charms. We can just pray and God will grant him favor with the judge. So they concluded, yeah, we can see you are not a good wife. You know, what is charms? What does charms has to do with God? You know, here, this is your husband that we have to bail out here, and so on. Guys, things were happening very fast. So they went with their charms. I went to the court. Suddenly they started rejecting me. But then I realized that this guy, when we were together, this guy that I thought it was innocent, this guy that I thought he was quiet, he doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, this guy had a different agenda. He already fell for the trap of the parents. They already got him a wife back home, and he kept going to Katima. I thought he was just going to visit. The guy was going to Lobola, his wife. He even went to there's a lot of stuff that was going on, and it was just hectic, guys. So, and now this court thing, the court case thing of me not wanting to carry the charms, it was a cherry on their cake. It was a good reason for them to divorce me. So after the court, he went to Katima, and when he came back, he did not come at our house. Maybe they told him, if you go to the house, mix up with this person, things will not work out. He went to his brother's house. So one day I just heard that no, Mr. Who is in town, but he's staying at Who. So I went there. When I went there, I found him and his auntie, the mother's younger sister, and I was like, hi, how are you? Fine. I remember that day. And the auntie just jumped in and say, yeah, it's good that you have come. We have seen that you don't want our son. You don't come to Katima. You don't even come and cultivate. And that, guys, I was working. You don't even come to cultivate. And even when our son was going to the court, you didn't want him to carry the charms. We can see that you don't want. But guys, you must understand, this is a person where I allowed him, his siblings stayed with me, with us. We gave them school. He didn't want his siblings. And this was a guy who was just a security person, and he got a job at the mine, a guy who just had a different lifestyle, and now he's there. And now, just because of, okay, I'm like, oh, she didn't know. So, meaning, okay, it's fine. Guys, I left that house shocked. Yes, we just came to tell you that we don't want you anymore. Guys, just like that. We didn't fight. We did not fight before or whatsoever. It was just because I refused to carry the bag of the charms to the court. And just because I suggested, I told him, you know, my guy, you know, let's trust God. You know, we have seen God. There was no job. He gave us a job. This and that happened and this happened. My dear people. So, what happened? I went back home to our house and he stayed in his brother's house. Long story short, while I was just there, guys, I think the next day, I told them, okay, let me go and tell my family. The next day, my uncle was already here at home. My sister was, they themselves were announcing themselves. So my uncle came and said, my niece, I'm told it's okay. And it's okay. They don't want you because you cannot have children. It's okay. And guys, if you look, you can see from here, you can see it's like a little bit of, not big stomach, but you know, I was a flat person. I used to wear size 36 because of my figures and size 32 because of my waist. So, but because of these fertility issues that they focused on, I went through 2 surgeries. One surgery, no, 3 actually. First, they operated me through a laparoscopy, and they realized that no, it was major than that. And then the same year, they took me through a surgery. Apparently, I had multiple fibroids, and then I did not conceive. And then the 3rd time, my mom was still alive. My mom, and at that time we have reconciled. I was almost dead. My mom came and said, my daughter, if it's God who gives children and it's God who decides not, don't kill yourself over giving birth. Of wanting a child. So while we're in the meeting of them not wanting me, I asked them, what are you going to do with all these you know, cuts that I have on my body? They said, that's not my problem. Guys, this guy became cold. His heart became cold. So guys, while I was in that house, yeah, he told me, yeah, you better leave the house if you don't want to see. Guys, the guy that was like this yesterday just changed to this. And I was like, Jesus, what is going on? Guys, divorce is something I don't want to wish, not even to my worst enemy. Divorce is very bad. You know, when for women that are widowed, it's a very painful thing. But let me say, it's a little bit better because you draw strength from the person is no more coming back. But when you're divorced, there's no strength we are drawing from apart from God. You see this man with another woman who is the cause of the divorce, and there's nothing you can do, and you were attached to this man, your soul were attached to this man. Guys, it's not easy. So, and the next day I was told, yeah, you better go and so on. I was like, okay, let me still hold on. I was holding on. While he was at the other brother's house, he will come and eat, wash his clothes, but I've moved to another room. And guys, now I'm having my younger sister, I'm having my daughter, I'm having my niece. Guys, it was just a whole lot of drama. Suddenly, the whole world just became loose over me. You know, my friends who I called friends, they were now just like, it is as if they were waiting for this, because our marriage was like a cold marriage. It was like this marriage everybody would love to have, and suddenly things just happen. So guys, I believe this thing was already built by his parents. It was from the onset like that. And it's only that it was just a matter of time. And you must understand, through this process, I started getting sick. I had depression. I had panic attacks, such that every year in 6 months, the medical aid is exhausted. Ambulance medical aid, because they have to come and pick me. I was suffering of depression, and I was on depression medication. So guys, in the process, the doctor told us that I cannot conceive by my own, but we must do an IVF. And also he had low sperm count. I'm having my child before, and he had a low sperm count. But guys, you must understand, after the divorce, this guy now have 2 children with his now wife. And guys, so which means there was a spiritual attacks here, and also we were not compatible. This is one thing black people don't understand. Sometimes it's not because the wife cannot have children or the man cannot have children. It's because sometimes your blood count is not compatible. If you are watching this video and you are maltreating your sister-in-law not having children, the problem is not always him, her. The problem can also be the man, or they are both can have children but not with each other. That is why there's IVF, and he didn't want to do the IVF. So all those things, guys, it was going through my mind, guys. So I remember it was on March, after the whole meeting and everything, and so on March, this guy went to Katima, and he came back, and he came to tell me, if you're not leaving this house, you are going to see what you don't want to see. I'm like, Jesus, is this the guy that I found as a security person? This guy that my mother gave a job? This guy? Is it this guy I sacrificed my life for him? Okay. So guys, we are about to land now. The plane is about to land. I'm about to end this story. Guys, you must understand, after the whole thing, things were very fast. Even one of his friends was even telling me, yeah, you must leave the house. You must leave the house. You know, we must set our brother free. You know, he must have a woman who can give him children. Guys, there was no other reason. Just because I cannot have children, I was treated like a dog. So, dear friends, so the meeting was done. They left. I told them, guys, this man love me. They're like, yeah, we are going to do something for him not to love you. Women, a woman talking like that. Fine. He left. Long story short, I left the house. One day I was just in the house. Then I was served with a letter from the sheriff. And guys, he wrote in the letter his reason for divorcing me. Apparently, I was unfaithful. I was cheating. Guys, when you want to divorce a person, why can't you just write down and say, I don't want this woman again because she cannot have children? You know why people lie in the divorce letters? It's because they know their reasons are lying, and no lawyer can accept, they know it is the truth. So in order for a person to go against the will of God, which is divorce, they have to lie. And they have to lie to the poor man or the poor woman that, no, he is doing this or she is doing this. Apparently, I was cheating. Guys, I was like, Jesus. Guys, that day I remember walking to town because I was just like going mad, guy. I was like, Jesus, can this man? Guys, that is why, just trust God. Don't trust any human being. Love them. They are bound to make mistakes. I've learned from my ex-husband that human are just human and they can change. Guys, after those allegations, I was like, God, why can't you just kill me? Oh, just kill me. And this guy was a type of a person you cannot put something on him to say he was wrong. No. Because I also, whenever there were some issues, I was not complaining. So my family thought it was just probably me. Maybe I did something. It can also not just be fertility challenges. And I wanted also to cover him. I remember telling my siblings, guys, just leave the two of us. It's okay. It's okay. Don't mingle. It's fine. I went to the north. This guy chased my children out of the house. After accepting that he was going to take care of them, it was not long. He divorced. He paid the lawyer. And he brought his wife. Just in a very short time. So, after a long, short time, and guys, you must understand, in the process, before the divorce, I think few months before the divorce, or a year before the divorce, we decided to adopt, and we adopted, and so on. I will come and share with you about the adoption. I just gave you a clue. So, after the divorce, I went to the north. I went to work as a cashier, and it was also really hectic. I was very suicidal. I felt like a failure. I was like, God, what is going on here? After I didn't want this guy, I accepted the guy, and then now we got married, and now I'm here living in a smaller room as a cashier from a, it was the whole thing was just from a literacy teacher to a pastor with a diploma, and now, wow, that's what divorce can do to a person. So my children were there, but let me tell you what happened. What happened is that before that, this guy in the process had the audacity to tell me, I want the child, and when I want the child, I'll bring the child. Guys, he took the child, drove, and I know we were going to the north also, and he'd be like, no, we can just be friends. So he gave us, after the divorce, and it was not yet official, he gave me a lift with my daughter. So, and he gave me a lift, and then he took, what did he do? No, this guy, did he took the child? Yeah, but I think, wait, this guy he came to my house and he took the child and told me the child just going to visit. And guys, he kidnapped the child. He went whoop, to Katima. I was waiting. The sun is setting. Where is the baby? Guys, go and check the baby. No, we had not that who they left for Katima. Wow, guys, my child was taken for 4 years. I mean, for 2 years, actually, for 2 years. You are divorced. Your adopted child is taken. You don't have a house. You don't have a husband. The moral of the story, before I come to the moral of the story, guys, so people were like, Pastor, you are looking strong. I'm like, I'm not strong. But eventually it has to come up to this, because I believe, number one, God was not in the story. Number two, my desperation led me to eat of wanting to have accommodation. And I still had a chance to say no, even the day prior to the wedding. So I've put myself in here, so I have to find my way out. What I mean by finding my way out, I had to find a way to comfort myself. I must strengthen myself. I must ask God for the grace. So guys, this is my story. I was divorced because of my infertility issues. I found myself in the group of the infertile women after having my biological child. And I thank God, in the process of everything, God made me to meet my second child through adoption, our youngest child. And but I will record a video that will probably come out a day after her birthday, which is a few days from now as I'm recording this. Yeah, that was my story. I was divorced because of my infertility issues, but also you must understand, this guy tried also to sleep with our maid, not one but several maids. Just he was desperate to have a child, or maybe he was not sure. But if you find to watch this video one day, Mr. Guy, I thank God for the days we've been together. You are a good person. Thank you for being there for me those days. And yeah, as I have come to your house one day, I told you and your wife that I bless you, I forgive you. I can say this again, that I bless him and I forgive him. I forgave him once again, and I bless their home. But the journey wasn't that easy. It was painful. So guys, this is my story. Divorced because of infertility issues. The Lord bless you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below. I love you so much.